gas prices, they keep on rising to, again, record costs. The average price of regular here is now 5.71 cents a gallon, up from 5.60 yesterday, and then last year we were at 3.82. So why are gas prices being impacted by a ban on Russian oil if we only get a small fraction of oil from them?
CBS 8's Chris Groh is live in Kearney Mesa with a closer look at this. A lot of people saying, well, shouldn't the percentage that we go up be dependent on how much we actually get from Russia?
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, but unfortunately the oil market doesn't work that way. We take in about 4% of our oil that we use here in the country from Russia. However, it's not that big of a factor. In fact, here's someone to explain it.
It doesn't really matter necessarily how much oil any country is producing itself and consuming, internally, because the price of oil is really set, on a global basis.
And that was Sasha Mackler from the Bipartisan Policy Center. And according to Mackler, it doesn't really matter, again, how much a country produces or how much from another country that they import. Oil is set on a global scale in terms of the prices. You have to look at this from a global standard. For instance, both the U.S. and Russia are in the top 3 of oil producers in the world. However, while we consume a lot, we also export a lot and import a lot of oil as well to help balance that out. So again, oil prices, if they do go up or do go down, it's usually because of too much supply or a supply disruption. Now, many of you may be thinking, well, that must be what's happening in this case. It must be a supply disruption. However, Mackler says what we're seeing now isn't that. Instead, it's this.
It's important to note that we actually haven't seen a supply disruption right now. What we're seeing happen in the oil markets is nervousness around a potential supply disruption.
And again, this is a part of a fact-checking, verify piece that we put together. So if you want more information on exactly what lends the prices of oil to go up and down here on the global market and how that impacts us here at the gas pumps, you can go to our website, cbs8.com, and click on that story link.